Alright, we are back with a new year. Let's get into this shit, shall we? Jumping all the way back to October, we have Good Boy. I can't really say I was thoroughly surprised, not in a bad way, but I knew going into this movie I was already gonna like it, cause, dog. Like, seriously, dog. Yeah, it's no surprise that this movie was good. We all love dogs. We all grew up with Courage the Cowardly Dog. So, it's pretty much a given that this movie is going to be good. Perfect runtime, cute dog, and legitimate scares. And I don't have a segue, so Black Phone 2. We didn't need a sequel to the first movie, but we got one, and it was just as good as the original. Ethan Hawke, badass as usual. Kids knocked it out of the ballpark again. And I'll be honest, I want a third one. I want a trilogy. You can't just leave this at 2. You gotta make a third one. Next up, Predator Badlands. And to all you haters out there who are so clung on to the original, do me a favor and just suck my fat one, would you? Yeah, I understand you love the original. Who doesn't love the original? But that does not give you the goddamn right to just gatekeep it and call anything that isn't the original movie just garbage, okay? And I know who some of you people are. I took screenshots for this specific moment. This movie deserves all the praise it's getting. It's got good story, good special effects, both practical and CGI, great act. It's a whole new fresh step in a new direction that the franchise really needed. I only have 2 complaints. One, the fighting was a little too flashy. A little too flashy in comparison to the more brutal brawler, just full-on balls to the wall, grab at whatever you can action that we saw in past Predator films. However, I like seeing that they do have an actual fighting style, so it's not that big of a deal. Another thing, and this is more of just an OCD on my part, the wrist blades were on the left arm, and normally they're on the right arm. Again, not a big deal, just a minor OCD thing with me. Perfect movie, haters can suck my fat one. Up next, Sisu, or Sisu, that fucking movie. The sequel to that fucking movie. Just like with Black Phone, we didn't need a sequel. We got a sequel, and it fucking killed. Plus, Stephen Lang is badass in any movie you put him in. He is like in my top 3 actors whose movies I will see just because he's in it. Right up there next to David Harbour and Joe Keery. Unlike with Black Phone, this movie doesn't need a third one. It had too perfect of an ending. The Running Man. I went and saw this movie out of boredom. No, that's a lie. My dad wanted to see it, so I went to see it with him. I had no expectations, but I was thoroughly surprised. I don't know what the critics think, but that movie kicked ass. Stellar cast, great visuals, great setting, badass action sequences, humor that didn't feel forced. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Stephen King's non-horror stories, but this was pretty good. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I don't give a damn what you say, that movie kicked ass. It kicked ass, it was creepy as hell, practical effects, I hope, and a great setup for part 3. Up next, we got Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, to be honest, I've only seen the first 2 movies and the first remake. However, I feel like this movie kind of captured a little bit of all the films. Never mind, I'm cutting that bit out. You won't even know what I'm talking about. I like practical effects, and I like horror. I especially love it when you put the 2 together. I like how this wasn't a shot-for-shot remake of the original, but still maintained the general vibe. On another note, why does the main girl look like Maya Hawke's slightly demented sister? Watching her throughout the movie, she looks like the kid that Ethan and Uma don't talk about for obvious reasons. I originally wasn't going to see Anaconda, but circumstances kind of changed over the holidays. I walked into theater with no expectations and left the theater not hating the movie. I'll be honest, I don't really care for the Anaconda films, but this movie, It was okay. It was decent. It's weird seeing Jack Black. It's weird seeing Jack Black acting as the straight man or the voice of reason. So that was a little different. And on a final note, it would have been cool to see the actors play the whole thing straight. Same plot, same everything, but completely serious. I know they have the capabilities. I've seen their other movies. Finally, we have Avatar: Fire and Ash. I've said it before and I will say it again. By all means, this franchise will become the next Star Wars. However, I will be honest, I kind of watch these movies now for Stephen Lang. Like I said with Road to Revenge, he's one of those actors who I will watch the movie just because he's in it. But that is not saying the rest of the movie is bad. The rest of the movie it's phenomenal. A little bit long. It's a little long, but it's worth it. And my dad said when he saw this movie, it didn't feel like it was very long. And that's pretty much it. If I missed anything else, I'll put it in the captions. As I've said before, like and subscribe, because I really don't want to work retail the rest of my life. I like to get my own place as well, so please, I need the YouTube dollars. Please like and subscribe. And also to all you people who don't like Predator Badlands, you suck, I hate you, bye.